Welcome everyone and everybody to episode number 11 of the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Alrighty. You know, I was just taking a moment to reflect on all the crazy shit that we've been through together, right? Because, like, you know, it's been 10 episodes now, and I guess episode 10. I don't know. It's been 10 or 11 episodes now. I know that we're on episode 11 now, but I'm talking about the previous episode, number 10, right? So maybe that would have been a good episode to reflect on things. But I feel like that was more of a celebration episode. You know what I mean? We had a pretty decent opening, like a strong opening, right, with the Milo monologue of doom, and then we launched straight into Big Diz, the big Brodie Kennedy, man. We had the man on himself in the flesh. Boy, oh boy, gee willikers. You know what I mean? What in the world? Big Diz. Yeah, it was like a celebration. Last episode was a celebration. And I'm not reflecting on anything in particular today. I'm not even saying that this episode is about reflection, but just before I hit record, I was just thinking, this last 10 episodes, man, you know, we've had some crazy times, right? If you've had some crazy times, I want to hear about them in the comments. Put your most favorite crazy time in the comments. Yeah. So, relaxation is really important, you know what I mean? Like, it's really important to be relaxed in the things that you do and try not to be too tense, you know what I mean? Because tension and stress, probably not the best things to have, not the best things to store in your body. Like, as a musician, right, like when you're recording music and stuff, it's better to be relaxed most of the time. In most situations, you want to be relaxed. Or if you're in a high tension like emergency at work or whatever in your workplace or something like that, like, you know, you don't want to be tense, I guess, right? You don't want to be past tense, future tense, or whatever. Like, you just want to be relaxed. You want to be like relaxed. You want to be like slim as a gym. You want to be slumbering and bumbering around, just like totally not even caring about whatever's going on. Red light is flashing, the alarm is going, ooga, ooga. And there's a robot computer voice coming over the speaker saying, emergency, you must evacuate immediately or die, right? Over and over again. But you don't want to be the one that's going like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Get out of my way. Oh my God. Or like some people will just have a weird fight, flight, or freeze, fight, flight, or freeze, right? Response, and they might freeze and they'll be like, have a meltdown. Oh my God, I'm about to die and I can't save myself because I'm too stupid to save myself. I'm just gonna die here, right? Some people like that. Other people, they probably like come out with a laser beam and try to shoot the alarm off or whatever. Like, that's everyone just want to, not everyone. Some people just want to take a laser beam to all their problems though, like burn that bitch down, burn that sucker to the ground, and melt it. Like a hot beam from the sun, like microwave that bitch like a chicken dinner, like a shake and bake. When you put the chicken, what's that, chicken tonight? Yeah, you put it in the bag, shake it around, throw it down, and there's 99 slices of chicken on the wall. You know what I mean? They're too tall and they can't fall. And if you heed their call, then you know it all. I'm going to the mall to buy more chicken. I come straight through, man. I feel stricken by hunger. You know, I don't... whatever. That was just a little freestyle. I couldn't rhyme hunger. What rhymes with hunger? Cowabunga? Cowabunga dude. Cowabunga man. Cowabunga person. That's a... isn't Cowabunga... Wait, that's a Bart... Is it Bart Simpson or is that a... Is that a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles type of thing? You know what I mean? Because this sounds like Cowabunga man. I can imagine both of them saying it. I can imagine like Michelangelo or Raphael, probably Michelangelo, like riding some kind of debris in the American sewer riding down some tidal wave of water in the sewer and saying, "Cowabunga, dude." I'm just going to take a sip of my beer here. Yeah, I can imagine that. Probably because it seems like the kind of thing that he'd do, right? Can you imagine that? Like, if you close your eyes and just count to 10, can you imagine a turtle on some debris in the sewer tunnels riding a tsunami of water? If that's something that you can imagine, like if you try really hard. Maybe if you were walking down, like if you were hypnotized, like, okay, so just close your eyes and think of this. You're in the city at night. You're in a semi-lit alleyway. Not an alleyway. It's an alleyway. That's where you are, in the city at night. And amongst the shadows, you can hear some bad things happening, right? So you go over, you take some steps. Clop, 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 clop. You take some steps over to the thing to see what's happening in the alley. And then, boom! Out suddenly bursts this rhinoceros man and another rat person or something. And then so you're like, oh my God, and you run away. You try to run, but then you bump straight into this giant turtle. And then he's like, hey, come with me if you want to live. Let's get out of here. And he grabs you and he jumps down the sewer with you. And you're like, oh my God. And then he lands on some debris. Like, imagine that. He lands down in the sewer. He's got some, like a barrel and a 44-gallon drum or some shit or something like that, right? And then he jumps on that and he's like, "Cowabunga, dude, let's go!" And you two just surf out of there. You could imagine that, but can you try to imagine this one? Imagine Bart Simpson, right? And he's oh wait, hang on. He says don't have a cow, man. Hey, but can he also say cowabunga? I don't think there's anyone stopping him from saying cowabunga. Like, wait, hang on. Where's my phone, man? I'm gonna Google Bart Simpson cowabunga right now and see what comes up. When I Google it, I'm gonna find out what happens to Google when I put in those search for keywords. Bart Simpson. It's got an O there too. Bart Simpson Cowabunga. Yeah, come on, man. Every time Bart Simpson says cowabunga, it's only 30 seconds long. Let's see how many there are. Ready? Am I going to get copyrighted for this? Wait. Hang on. I think we need to rate these cowabungas. And I'll try to describe what's happening. So in the first cowabunga, Bart is riding his... Oh, yeah, hang on. He's riding his skateboard around town. Right? And he let's see what happens here. Comes out of nowhere. He does like a nose manual, crazy ass ollie and a wall ride. Like some fucking Tony Hawk shit. And then he just exclaims, "Cowabunga!" That's like right as he's doing the wall ride, man. That cowabunga, I think we've got to give that like style and like this, everything about it is like the delivery is just 10 out of 10. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, okay, so in that one, Bart's just running around the house. Bart comes running. Okay, so I guess there's a bunch of girls outside or something, and it's snowing. And so then Bart comes running out the house with his snow sled, his sleigh or whatever, and he says cowabunga. I don't know, I'll give that one a 5 out of 10.
Go out for frosty chocolate milkshakes.
Cowabunga, dude.
And cut.
Dad, I've never said cowabunga in my life.
Well, that's a lie. We just found 2 instances of him saying it prior to this lie. But that one is a top tier cowabunga, I think, because there seems to be like some kind of film crew inside of the Simpsons' home, and they're filming Homer and Bart on the couch. And yeah, as you can hear, Homer tells Bart that they're going to go out for food or some shit like that. Isn't that what he said? And then Bart is like reciting the line, "Cowabunga!" So that he really hit that with a lot of enthusiasm. It may have been a little bit forced because he was clearly acting, but and I don't know how I feel about him denying the denying the fact that he says cowabunga, man. Like, see, I knew that about you. I guess you can't always see yourself, right? Like, you're not always the best observer of yourself. Like, I guess the same can be said for cartoon characters, man. Let's move along.
Don't worry, I got a man on the perimeter.
Cowabunga 1, fat load.
Those were both pretty good. The last one was like an Easter egg cowabunga. Let's get this ad out of here. That's it. Everything's falling apart. No more. Yeah. Some pretty good cowabungas. Maybe I think we need to compare some of them cowabunga. Now I need to find out if Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actually say cowabunga, don't I? It would only be fair. Let's have a look. Teenage Mutant, not with M-U-T-A-N-T, Mutant Ninja, N-I-N-J, T-U-R-T-L-E-S, Cowabunga. Do they say it? Yeah, they've got a whole collection named after it. They got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga collection, man. So you can't be telling me that they don't be saying cowabunga, right? So yeah, so that's how I feel about whatever the fuck we were talking about before that. But yeah, best to be relaxed, man. But yeah, it's hard to relax, man. Some people just be too energetic. Maybe they be hopped up on that caffeine, man. You know what I'm saying? It's too caffeinated, get the nervous system all jolted and jittery, and doing all those crazy convulsions and shit. Getting the tics happening, maybe you get your eyebrow twitching or something like that, you know what I mean? Can't sit still, tapping on the desk, tapping your foot away, tapping on the dash, tapping on the wheel, doing whatever the fuck, tapping your pen. Tippity tippity tap tapping. That's how I got into rapping, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the secret to relaxation is to just breathe in and then breathe out, and then breathe in and then breathe out. Do you know what I mean? Just breathe. Take slow, deep breaths. You know? And just relax. Slow everything down, man. Slow down your pulse. Slow down the clock. Slow down your aging. Slow down the rate at which you speak. Just slow down. Just slow the fuck down. Slow down the car when you drive, man. Slow down before you hoe down, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling really slow right now. Sipping on some alcoholic ginger brew. That came straight from me to you. You know what I'm saying? What are different things that we do to relax? Like, I guess everyone's got their own thing. You could be playing guitar. You could go out real far. You could go and fall out a tree and get a brand new scar. You know what I mean? Or maybe you relax by listening to music. Or maybe you relax by rolling down a hill. Or maybe you relax by going to the beach and jumping in the ocean and swimming down into the bottom of the ocean and saying hello to the fishies and poking your head around the coral and just like diving in and out of the caves. Just doing your thing, looking for treasure. Maybe collecting a few coral samples to bring back to shore, add them to collection or whatever, you know, trade them with friends, pass them around, push it around, 99 pieces of coral on the wall. Maybe that's your idea of relaxation, or maybe you don't have any idea about relaxation at all. Maybe you don't have any ideas in your brain, or you don't have thoughts, or you don't have any like ability to hold abstract concepts in your head, like relaxing. What does that even mean? Like, I mean, if you're sleeping, are you relaxing? Okay, so I mean, is there a point where you can be too relaxed? What if you're like, I mean, you know, if you try to meditate, is meditate relaxing? Like, I don't know, man. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not articulating myself very well, but like, what if, at what point, like, if you fall asleep when you're meditating, then you can't claim that you were meditating if you're sleeping. So can you really claim the same thing of relaxing? Like, oh yeah, I was just so relaxed that I fell asleep. Like, if you're asleep, are you really, or maybe sleeping is the maximum level of relaxation one can achieve? Like, is that the? But you just can't really. You're not there to experience though. You're unconscious, so you can't really enjoy the relaxation. You know what I mean? It's not like going to a spa, fucking sauna, massage retreat in the mountains where you have a towel around your neck and some person is like touching your body in a humid environment and rubbing oil on your muscles and stuff like that. And you're not falling asleep, but that's pretty relaxed. And like, there's some incense burning around. You might have lit up a doobie before you went to the parlor or whatever, you know what I mean? And if, and so like, I think, what is, put that in the comments. What's a more higher level of relaxation? Being asleep or being in a mountain retreat with someone rubbing oil on your body with incense burning and a towel around your neck? You know what I mean? Because I think that's like, how do you define relaxation? What's the point where it becomes too relaxed? Some people, is sleeping maximum relaxed, or is that just not even is it off the scale? Is it beyond relaxation? I really don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm not one to relax myself. I find it hard to relax. I'm an anxious boy. Anxious boy don't relax. Got to stay productive. Got to come and jump on the mic and talk this stupid ass bullshit because this is the most productive thing that I can put my mind to. You know what I mean? Come home after work and go, oh, caramel cheese chicken, spaghetti, monkey, Italian pasta, giraffe, elephant, plum, apple, pineapple, banana, caramel sauce, ketchup, barbecue, lamb chops, pig, iguana, snake, alligator, candy cane, walnut. You know what I mean? It's the best that I can do. It's the best that I can do on such short notice, boss. Oh, man, I'm just trying to do my best after work, man. I'm just trying to do what I can. Just trying to survive, get by, slip and slide. You got to dress for the slide, not the ride. That's what I always think whenever I see people riding their bikes, their motorcycles, wearing just like a pair of shorts and a singlet. I think, man, you're going to die when I hit you with my car. And that's going to really hurt a lot when you touch the asphalt because you're dressed all comfortable. That's the thing that I think sometimes. Do you ever have negative thoughts like that? Impulsive, intrusive thoughts? Wouldn't act on them though, would you? Not me. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. Yeah, so that's about relaxation. And yeah, reflection, right? Talking about reflection and relaxation. The two R's. Reading, writing, relaxation, and reflection. And reflexes. Reflexes. Yeah. I'm not in the best mood to perform right now, bro. I'm going to be honest with you right now. I'm going to be honest. I'm just taking it easy. I'm relaxing. I am relaxing right now, bro. You feel me? Dude, I'm too far, I'm too relaxed to, get up and dance around for you like a crazy person or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Can't be caught dancing all the time, dude. I'm not that type of guy. I'm not like a tap dancing robot, and I don't exactly have the, I've got two left feet, man. That's what I'm trying to say. I've got two left feet. I can't get up and tap dance for you. I can't go the clippity clop, the hippity hop, and I'm not a Astaire. I'm not a. I don't know any other dancers, man, but I'm not like that guy, right? I'm not jumping around and flying around. I'm not like Jennifer Lopez. I'm not Shakira. These people are barely dancers, but I don't know any dancers, man. Is there any famous dancers in the world other than fucking whoever the first person I said, who I can't even remember, man? Oh, Astaire, yeah, that's right, yeah. Fred Astaire, right? He could dance. He got a bit of a jig happening, and I guess there's like ballerinas and there's like ice skaters. And is that dancing? Is ice skating really dancing, or is that just like skating? You know what I mean? Because they're sort of like dancing and acting while they skate. Like, I don't know, is it skate dancing? Dance skating? Dance skating? Yeah, skate dancing? I don't know what you call it. On ice? I suppose if it's on ice, like, I mean, if they weren't on ice, then like if they weren't, or if they just didn't have skates on or whatever, then they would be dancing technically, right? Like that's like, it's just the fact that they have skates on that it makes it skating. So it's still dancing. But I think that they should technically call it skate dancing. I really like that term actually, skate dancing. Because there's break dancing, right? You get down and you break it out and you bust it out, you bust the move, you flip around, you flip a roo, and you do 22 and 1 plus 3 equals like whatever moves or whatever. Like you're doing all the rotations, the 360 degrees, spins, spinning top on your head, jumping backflip type shit. You're breaking it down, busting it out like you're being a crazy ass b-boy, explodey dance, hip hop, rattle, shake and pop. Starting and stopping, locking and popping, dripping and dropping, moving and shaking, explosive, like dancing guy. And so they call that break dancing. So why not skate dancing if you're doing the gliding and sliding and slipping and winding and shining and shimmering and all kinds of minnering and blimmering and glimmering. Yeah, there you go, all kinds of glimmering. And you're spinning and spanning and all kinds of. You got a nice tan on tanning. You get a good fanning. Brian Fanning. So that's why they should call it. That's why they should call it skate. Skate dancing. Skate dancing. That's what they should call it. Operation. What is better out of barbecue sauce and tomato sauce, man? I think this is a question for the ages. I'd like you to put it in the comments. Barbecue sauce or tomato sauce? If you had to live with one for the rest of your life, for me, it'd be tomato sauce. I think it goes better with more things. Barbecue sauce, it's good. And I'm talking about from the bottle, man. I'm talking about from the bottle. So if you chose, because I guess one of your biggest fears as a barbecue sauce lover would be if you chose tomato sauce or whatever, like you wouldn't be able to, like if that eliminates barbecue sauce as an option, then if you went to like a ribs place, then you'd only be able to get like the dry rub, or like ribs or whatever, or like the chilies, sweet chili ribs, or you'd be able to get any ribs except the barbecue ones because they would just come out without any sauce in them because you chose to eliminate barbecue sauce from your diet, right? But I'm gonna, like, for the purposes of this argument, I'm gonna just allow that. I'm gonna allow that. I'm allowing barbecue sauce on the ribs. That can stay. So what we're talking about here is you either eliminate tomato sauce from the bottle or you eliminate barbecue sauce from the bottle. So imagine if, like, you're at a barbecue, you got some lamb chops, or you got some bacon, you got some sausages in bread or whatever, right? Some snags, and you'd reach for the sauce bottle. What one you're reaching for? You can only go one or the other, and if you choose one, then you got to eliminate that one. Because tomato sauce goes better with more things, I think, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Like, I don't mean to offend anyone. I don't want to upset anyone or whatever. Like, I'm just putting it out there that like that's just the way that I feel. Like, I just feel that way. I don't have any statistics to back it up. I haven't really looked into it or like thought of it. I mean, I can't say I've thought deeply about it, but I've sat there and I've really, I've tried to mull it over. Like, I've thought about it. It's something that's crossed my mind. Like, it's a thought that is sort of like a tumbleweed roll through my, as a tumbleweed blows through a windy city or like a outback sort of fucking country western prairie town or whatever, like with a cactus and the sun bearing down on the city, and there's like it's just some skelly bones and there's barely any water, like a tumbleweed blows by or whatever, you know what I mean? That has happened inside of my brain with this thought that I'm thinking about. Like, it's occurred to me before. It's like, I'm not saying that it's a brand new concept that no one has ever thought of, or that I've just come up with it on the spot or anything like that. What I'm trying to say is that, like, and it's not like I pre-planned this either. I didn't think about this beforehand and think, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to bring up this idea that I've had. Like, it's not something that, like, I'm totally just riffing here. I'm just totally improvising. I haven't prepared. I'm not reading a script. I'm not like, I didn't rehearse this or anything like that. So I'm just coming to you off top of the dome. But yeah, I'm just saying that like it's like right now, it's just something that's crossed my mind before, and like I think that there's just way more viability. There's just way more options, and there's just there's more to select from if you just go with the tomato sauce. Yeah, like the barbecue sauce is good, but it's really sweet. It's really sweet. And I think you need to have some type of acid to cut through it. But I mean, like if you're just going to have like snags in bread or whatever straight off the barbie and you're slapping a bit of that old sauce on there, you might go one, you might go the other, you might go both, you know. Sometimes it's good to just do a quick little line of each, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we're going to go to a musical number. We're going to go to musical number. I received a message from someone who was trying to contact me for ages. Hadn't heard from him in like 10, 20 years or something like that. Last time I heard from him, like we were just little kids and shit or whatever. Like, and like he finally, they reached out to me. They sent me a tweet and they sent me a Snapchat, and it said something like, "Hey man, like, I'm really trying to figure out what to say to get to you to respond to these messages, but like the thing is that I'm trying to communicate to you that I want you to play this song on the radio." So I'm like, oh, shit. I read that message and I thought, shit, man, this guy's serious. So I sent him back a message. Look, bro, I know it's been 20 years or whatever. Like it's been 20 long years since we spoke, since we saw each other, since we bumped into each other or whatever, since we used to work that job or since we used to whatever, you know. It's been 20 long years, 20 long and slow years, cold, harsh, painful years, just the years just don't stop coming and you don't stop coming and it's back to the ground or no, hit the ground, back to the running, and didn't make sense not to live for fun because your brain gets smart and your head gets dumb. So I'm going to play this song.
On the move for a minute or two. Seems like I can't slow down. Under the moon with my gloves and my boots, without a clue or doubt. I'm here not for long, just a drink and a song, and that's when I'm moving on. Places to be, got no people to see, and nowhere I should belong. But I believe that maybe some way, maybe somehow, and maybe someday I could pass through and you will be here, and we can remember what we shared in those years. But I ain't passing through anytime soon. There's something I can say about
Welcome to the Milo Experience.
Thank you very much for that. All right, it's time for everybody's favorite weekly coveted segment, the Brodie Report. Yes. This week on the Brodie Report, Brodie was on his way to band practice when he dropped his bass down the stairs. It went bing, bong, bong, bang, bong, bong, brrr. He was like, holy shit. So he ran down after the bouncing bass. Bong, brrr, 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 bong. He ran down after the bass. He scooped it up and he's like, God, he's thinking to himself, I hope it's not broken. He picked it up and it was still in one piece, but all of the strings had snapped. Oh, it was an emergency. He had band practice in just 10 minutes. What's a boy to do? So he ran outside and he went into the neighbor's house. He started smashing on their door. Hey, let me in. And they were screaming. They were huddled in their bathroom. They're like, oh God, he's coming back. No, please God, protect us. And Brodie didn't hear anyone answer. No one answered. So he moved on to the next house and the next house. And he thought, fuck, no one's answering the doors. What am I going to do? So he jumped onto his motorcycle and he went driving down the street at 150 kilometers an hour and he hit a really big jump and went, got mad air time. And he got so high in the air that he went like 150 kilometers into the sky. And then he kept flying until he touched the moon and he went around the moon like 50 times and then landed on top of the moon. And so he started talking to an alien on top of the moon who was like, hey, Brodie, what are you doing up here? And Brodie was like, well, yeah, I'm just like, just chilling, man. Thought I'd come up here myself. Don't really believe in the moon landings or whatever. So here I am, just big Brodie Kennedy, the biggest man in the world, here to conquer a new territory and see things for myself. Because, it's really not that big of a distance for me anyway. Like, ground to moon, you know what I'm saying? And the alien was like, yeah, well, you're a really big dude, Brodie. You're a really large guy. And first thing I want to say is I really thank you for coming up to say g'day to me. And I thank you for coming up to investigate this moon. Because so far, no one else on Earth has managed to make it. I see you guys sending up these little firecrackers and rockets here and there or whatever, but they never land, man. They never say g'day. I've been waiting for someone to drop by and give me a glass of Coke for a while. So Brodie reached into his back pocket and said, mate, look what I got for you, and produced a 2-liter bottle of Coke. Slapped it into the alien's hand. The alien was like, oh my God, Brodie, you're the best, man. You're the best in the world. And he jumped into his spaceship and he flew away. So Brodie was like, my work here is done. Guess I gotta go back home. What goes up must come down. And like a meteorite, he jumped off of the moon and he's come crashing through Earth's atmosphere down towards the band practice spot. But then on the way down, he realized, shit, my guitar strings are still broken, my bass strings. Ah! So as he come crashing towards the band rehearsal place, he saw the power lines. Perfect. And he'd done a crazy splash bomb wrestling move thing and smashed straight into the power lines outside of the house. Suddenly, the power lines were ripped off of the power poles. The electricity poles, and so Brodie collected up the cables, which were just the perfect size. They were just large enough to fit on his extra large bass guitar, right? He's like, yes. So he grabbed his bass, standing out front of practice. He wound up the strings. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. He had saved the day. So with just a minute left on the clock, he burst inside of the practice spot, and it was dark. He couldn't see anyone. Oh, hey, Brodie, said Fuzz. And so Brodie was like, what's going on, guys? Why are you sitting here in the dark? And then Harry said, oh, we were practicing, but the power just went out and now we fucking can't play. And that was the last time Brodie had to replace his strings and go to band practice. And that was the story. And that was the story of when Brodie went to the moon. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Now, I'd just like to take a moment to thank my sponsors. Today's podcast was brought to you by Airbnb. if you don't have enough air and you don't have enough B&Bs, then I want you to go down to the corner of your block and bang on some random stranger's house. And I want you to hire their place and pay them money to stay in their back room. That's what you can do. If you need more space, if you don't have enough space at your place, or if your girlfriend kicks you out, you need to go to airbnb.com, or just search Google for Airbnb and then type in the code the Milo Podcast bingbongbingbong.com, and you will get 666% off of your next Airbnb. And this episode was also brought to you by Woolworths. You love to buy shit and you can't stop buying food, and you love to spend money on food, so go to Woolworths and spend all your money on food. That's all they sell is food, food, food. They are the fresh food people. You're paying for freshness, you're paying for food, you're paying for things that you love to put in your face, and they love to overcharge for it. So if you go to the checkouts and you type in this special code, the Milo Podcast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, then you will get one free pair of apples with your next purchase. Yeah, Woolworths, the fresh food people. All right, thank you very much, one and all, everybody, for joining me today for episode number 11 of the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you in the next episode.